Friday morning in Ballarat, and I reckon it's probably about what?
6.
6 is your guess.
Oh, that sun's nice because we're out of the wind.
Bit windy yesterday, Pete.
Oh, mate. It was the old 4, feels like -14.
Feels like 5, mate.
I'm just trying to see our sponsor here. I don't know if we can see it, Darren.
Dan's.
There it is.
You want a free slab, don't you?
Dan Murphy. So
You want a free slab? You don't even drink.
I'll send this to him. There you are, Dan.
We'll wander over.
Slab each. Yes. So no better day today. Yesterday, you said you were out carving out 20,000 steps and near enough on the farm.
I don't know why I stayed outside all day yesterday working, but it wasn't pleasant. But you just get in the zone, Pete. Get in the zone.
I text. We're not sort of putting the heater on during the day as much if we're not home now with the gas bills.
Oh,
and the
yes.
Anyway, 8:15, I'd been up at the track for just over an hour, and I said to Beck, before you go to work,
Turn
the heater on, please. And all I could think about when I got home was the heater on or jumping in a shower to warm up. Your feet get cold. Anyway, we got through it. The wind nearly cut me in half, but I'm still here intact.
It's nearly August.
Nearly.
Can't be
What is it?
much
10
left of it, is there?
10 days.
Righto. So
We've got
a lot to talk about. We've got a lot to get through this week.
One preview, one review.
Yep. And we've got a couple of big milestones coming up.
All right.
End of the racing season.
Yes.
Damien Kelly's birthday. It's a festival. It goes longer than the Darwin Carnival.
How old's Cal? 70?
Oh, he's got to be 60-something. Hasn't he? He looks 60-something.
Been in that pub, he might feel 80.
So he's got the festival
I
beginning.
nearly wore his hat, actually.
Did you? Yeah. No, he's got the big show there Sunday, and
Right,
apparently goes to. Well, it's a
Monday?
continuation into the Darwin Carnival.
Jeez.
And we've got big mail for the Darwin Cup, Pete. Big mail for the Cup winner.
Right.
Ex-ATB horse.
Oh. Who would that be? Write your name.
Write your
You
name.
reckon?
Or the trainer's tipping it. It's all over the press. It's all over the black, dark
I
web.
see that thing that...
Ran home nice.
what was the thing that did it run a place last year with Manning? Roudoir?
Yeah. And I think Ma might have a good one up there, but all the stables
watch
talking
out.
up. Write your name for the Darwin Cup.
Jeez, is he good enough to run a solid 2,000?
Well,
Because it's like 2,400 the way they go around up there.
well,
Righto, well, there, get on early.
we're waiting for the early markets.
Jeez.
Phil Britton's been very quiet. He's trying to save the odds, but we're going to expose it. We're going to expose it.
We'll take the cream off the cake,
Yeah,
Phil.
we'll short the price right up.
Oh, well, that's something to look forward to.
So
Did many
they're all-
stay in for
There's
the
a
original?
couple.
Few? Yeah. Heading up there?
Oh, I don't know. Don't know.
Jeez, I'll jump on the seat next to him. If
Special
they are.
cheerio to John Marnie.
John? Yeah.
Yep. He's flown down to Victoria from the Sunshine Coast on Bonza,
Jeez.
and he's gone down to Camperdown, I think, to watch his grandson play footy.
Good luck with that tomorrow.
If he keeps sending me texts telling me how bloody cold it is, we will have him extradited.
Yeah, well,
I said, that's what red wine's for, John.
should be a sort of a cosy 5 or 6 degrees tomorrow.
Did you see the update? We've got a share in Hasseltoft for sale.
I did see that.
Yeah.
That's sort of up and about today, isn't it, the bidding?
Yeah, that goes through till next week. I think
So-
it's sitting at 2.5 at the
I was
minute.
going to say, you needed 2+, didn't
Yeah,
you?
it's up at 2.5 at the minute. So he's a nice horse. He's back in pre-training, and like the guy that bid on him said, I've only got to win one in town to give me your money back.
Well, you'll be in front if you win one in town
And
on Saturday.
he goes, at least I'll be going to Caulfield or Flemington over summer.
Yeah, well, that's,
Not Matoa or Echuca.
and he's a hardy horse. He'll have 6 or 8 or 10 runs, which he did last time.
Yep.
And there's no reason why he can't win a couple.
If you want to get in a city class horse for not a lot of money, he's the horse.
So sort of to do the maths there, $3,000 values the horse at around
60?
Yeah, and
What do you win in town?
70 on a Saturday.
Yep. A couple of placings along the way.
Yep.
Do you think Tom Dabinick's good enough to get him going again?
He's, as a young fella coming through the system, he seems to be ticking a few boxes.
He's got a lot of fans at ATB TV after Arizona Dreaming smashing them last week.
Yes.
Got a few more friends in Warrnambool.
Watch.
The way he's going, Tom, he'll be able to go into any pub or restaurant in Warrnambool and not have to pay something. Hey?
Well, that's a good way to go. And just follow his horses everywhere because he'll go to Bankambia, he'll
Places
go to
them well, you reckon?
Bordertown, yeah. Harry Grace and him, they formed a good little combination.
And what about an Irishman making the shortlist for the Country Horse of the Year?
Well, I missed that because I went through and seen Month and Missile and a few others. But
One got rubbed out.
Righto.
One got a positive.
Oh.
So we slotted in. So we must have been first. We must have been the reserve on the bench, and we got the sub jacket off.
So what were we? Penzhurst and St Arnaud, was it? Or Penzhurst and something else?
Yeah, I think there's something there that's won 4 cups. But anyway,
Month and Missile.
It'll be interesting to see.
Oh well, the owners get a berth at the show, do they?
Yep.
Or something.
Yeah. And I think the way it works is all the country clubs vote for their horse of the year. So.
Oh well.
Just got to work out how Penzhurst and St Arnaud can put in 10 votes.
We better get in there.
Can we rig it? You know Karen Van Kempton, she can vote for every one of those clubs down there. Peter Lynch surely can take care of Warrnambool.
Well, Penzhurst have got trials coming up.
Do you think we can kind of manipulate the results and do a Dan Andrews?
Integrity of the game's been going to be tarnished with this winning. Well, we'll do something. But he did sort of... There was a bit of a cult following there for him for a while.
One of those cups I think one of those cups you were in second. If he had won that, he might have been a chance.
Yeah, which was that?
Don't know, I can't remember. It was up the bush somewhere.
Yeah, it might have been the one before he won.
Yeah.
Where he got taken on, he just got done a lip.
Yeah, if he had won that, he might have been
three, some sort of chance.
Some feat for a horse that was thrown out of Ballarat, not wanted by your mate.
My mate. Anyway.
Champion trainer, didn't want it. Sent it down to poor old little Pat Ryan.
Yep. Training trebles.
Down to his last through a few dollars.
Training trebles at Morphettville.
Selling bags of horse manure to get by.
Jeez, he hasn't missed those horses that would treble. They've had about 3 run sits each, I think.
He's keen.
He's anyway, an Irishman, he'll be stepping out to probably a mile next start.
He'll be ready
in the
next 2 runs if he's going to do something.
Talk about Warrnambool trainers. I'm just moving on here.
Okay, you've got
getting too hot this sun, so knocking me out.
You're in charge.
In Owenology at Geelong, we
got fried.
Not willowed, fried.
We got fried.
Went there with hopes that a little bit of treatment he'd had would help him. I think it did.
Oh yeah.
We ran into a bit of a traffic issue on round the home turn, Darren, where when a big horse like him needs to be out and rolling. The ones that did win the race were, and he was looking for trying to get through the roadblock.
Yeah, he got held up, didn't he? And
sort
then
of smashed back to the inside.
Yeah. But when he got opening, he did fine.
Yeah,
and Jared was really pleased with his effort.
He said he let down, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he just said he knocked up. Knocked up late because he'd had that 5 weeks between runs. Anyway, he'll be going back there next Friday.
Similar race.
I'd like to see him draw a little bit wider so he can come around him. Jared?
I do remember the run at Flemington when Dean strode up down the middle of the track. His win at Bendigo or Donald. Loves it where it's just
open.
Can just let down horses inside him. So.
Just like you.
Except the horses inside me be going quicker.
No, it was a pleasing run. Would have been nice if he run third for the place brigade, but
he looked like he was at the 100.
He just went out of steam there, but
not sure back there deep on the fence was the best spot, but
barrier dictated that.
Yeah.
But anyway, Fry he'll make amends. Otherwise, he's going to get scrambled.
He was sort of king of the mountain there when Arizona Dreaming won. Quickly get cut down when you have one bad. It's a bad one. But
at his height, he can't afford to be cut down much.
No, his dogs are still going well though.
Yeah, well, let's try to buy a sharing one.
Oh, righto.
And you know what he said to him? We don't sell to mates. To which my reply was, we're not mates. You just got beat on my horse.
He must want to ruin friendships by getting mates involved.
He might be short of friends.
Short friends.
Anyway, that was the end of that week.
We roll into tomorrow, Darren, with a very exciting little prospect.
Caulfield, Pete. When was the last time I went to Caulfield? I can't remember.
With a Dandino 2-year-old, never.
Unheard of.
Unheard of.
How can we have a 2-year-old Dandino out of a Savabeel mare having a second start?
Well, not in history. I would have said, 5-year-old, we'll see how we go on 2,000 metres.
I won't live that long.
Anyway, a 2-year-old and scooted home on the synthetic, which you don't see them getting home as hard as he did.
Currently second favourite.
480. What is it? The English gold nugget. 175,000.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, ingot.
Do we get an ingot or do we get a picture of an ingot?
Well, It'll be at least 100,000 first prize, so that'd be
handy.
That'd be what the owners are looking at. No, look,
I think we're just
well
happy
tipped.
happy to have a horse running around Caulfield.
Yeah, yep.
And the fact that we bred it,
I like.
and it's by our stallion out of a mare we had.
Yeah. It's not a big field either. 8 or 10 or 9 or something.
Yeah.
So you can still roll out the back. And
I don't know what he'll do.
they ran home all right at Caulfield first time round there a few weeks back. So
Well, your biggest concern was the jockey, wasn't it?
Jordan Charles,
Hadn't ridden a winner for a while.
no, rode a few for Go Waterhouse.
Did
He's
he?
all right. Yeah.
He's all right.
Geordie's all right. Yeah.
All right.
Him and Graham Begg Association. How good's that?
21% winners to
I
runners.
was going to say, if it's not over 20, I'll go
It'll be going down after Saturday.
So he would have been on this horse's back a few times.
Yeah, he tried it Monday.
Yep. No, each way.
Inexorable.
I was leaving it to you.
Inexorable, apparently.
Inexorable.
I've been told.
Sort of looks like.
Inexplorable.
You
but
keep
it's no
going to say inexplorable.
No,
yeah.
it's inexorable, apparently, according to the pronunciation queen, Elizabeth.
We'll see how Matty Hill goes tomorrow.
She had about 4 goes at it.
14 goes at the last time.
Anyway, looking forward to race 4 at Caulfield tomorrow.
Would he nearly be this tipped out after this? Or is
I
he
think the plan is he's going out and he's going to bring him back over the summer.
Yep.
He said he hasn't lightened off. He hasn't changed since he arrived.
Yep. Be interesting to what degree
He looks good
with
in the
distance
video.
he eventually gets to, or
Yeah.
is he just going to be one of those out to a mile maybe?
I've got no idea.
No.
But today we all love Graham Begg. We'll see if we still love him this time next week.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. So that's
Or
it.
he could be begging a keg.
Well, look, when a phoner gets on the phone, as much as he did right through this preparation and early on, I don't think they like to hang themselves by telling you that they go all right if they don't have some idea they do.
And we're taking the multi with Paddy Payne's horse, aren't we?
Yeah, Paddy, I love that.
You and Paddy,
as
what did Paddy say?
Well, just listening, and they were going through his runners. So, what's the best, Paddy? And Paddy's response was, ignore all those gamble responsible ads and put it all on Move Over Lex, which I think was in the race.
Race 2, was it?
Race 2
At Caulfield?
at Caulfield.
$3.20.
$3.20 into $4.80.
Probably get $5 out, I reckon. So,
you're
there's
right. You
15.
nearly get a $15 to $20 multi.
So ignore all those gamble warning ads.
That's what he
Just
said.
go.
Ignore them all. And Dr. Turf got real excited when he heard that.
Love Dr. Turf.
So there's a couple.
There you go.
Yeah.
So then,
Just quickly, we will have serious statement. He was going to go to Santa next Wednesday, but decided to come back to 1200 Geelong. So today week, I don't know, she was sort of just off fractionally, and he did a few blood tests, but they come back all clear. So
they are now.
Yeah.
She had a bit. Her blood count wasn't right, which is why she didn't run last time.
Yep.
But the bloods were right yesterday, and she's bouncing. So she's probably feeling better than Saab.
Yeah. He bounced.
He's still sounding a bit second hand, but anyway, I guess we'll get a look at him on Friday if he gets to Geelong.
Yep, and Owenology, like we said before.
Likely Owenology will be going there for Matty Williams, and hopefully Frighten. I think Williams was thinking about riding it, but I'm not sure. But anyway, we'll wait and see. But Owenology and
serious statement.
Both at Geelong next Friday.
Crackerjack Prince is the first week in August.
So he's having a fair lead up
Yeah.
because he had that hard run in Adelaide on the wet.
Yeah.
Arizona Dreaming, we don't know. He could bob up next week somewhere late.
He'll be in the noms early next week for later next week. It could even be at Geelong.
Yeah. And the rest are sort of coming along.
He could even be racing against. Oh no, he might not be. So he might even be racing against Owenology.
Yeah, the noms
the 1700.
we've got no noms yet.
No,
so
they'll be out Monday.
we'll talk about that next week. But
Yep.
we're just going to warn you because sometimes they pop up and you miss out.
Yeah.
So if you ever bother, if anyone wants to know what our runners are, you just got to go to the website, and on the front page, it tells you what the runners are and when. It sort of comes up 2 or 3 days out. Is it after acceptances?
Basically when they go up.
Yeah.
Sometime during that arvo they
Yeah. So you can always just click on there.
Homepage on the website.
If you don't want to watch the World Cup soccer,
Cricket.
Australia are going to get beat in the cricket, so we're going to be under enormous pressure there.
Golf. Who
The
watches
golf, apart from the Favres, I don't know anyone that watches golf.
Women's soccer.
Women's soccer, Sam Kerr doesn't turn up.
And then they won't.
They won anyway. Well, what about the bloke that had 18,000 on to kick the first goal? Does he get that money back if she's a late scratching, or is it all in?
No, it'd be null and void bet, surely. Scratching. Has to be.
And I reckon 40% of the crowd went to watch her run. Play.
Well, yeah.
So there's a lot of sport going on.
Footy tonight. Who's on tonight? Essendon Bulldogs.
Who won last night?
No, I didn't have one.
No one won.
I sat up thinking it was a game, and I started watching cricket and I fell asleep.
Cricket. I couldn't get him out, so I went to bed. And I'm glad, because that bloke made 189 or something, that Crawley.
Average is 30 and he made 180.
That's all right, you know.
Good wig going.
Well, we just got to bowl on their legs and let them hit fours. It's not hard.
Bowling at their bat at the moment.
Well, we're aiming at the centre of their bat.
Oh dear.
Gee, I'll tell you what, if we end up 2-2 here and there's that last test for the decider, we'll crumble.
Well, they were saying that after today there's potentially floods.
Good, we'll need it. That's our only hope.
But we
can't beat them. We need the weather to win.
We've got to survive day 3 first.
Oh, mate.
Anyway, that's not.
I'm not watching. I've lost interest.
That channel's been eradicated.
I'm the front runner.
Been eradicated from my remote. That channel. Carlton keep winning.
Here we go.
Collingwood keep winning.
You and John Clements.
No, I haven't said anything. I just was happy. Just happy to win last week.
Had his Carlton beanie on, his scarf on, walking around the streets of Allensford
as a Carlton
like
supporter,
a homeless burglar.
As a Carlton supporter, I ignored John and Roger Gleeson. They blow the lid off the bloody pot every time we have 1 or 2 wins.
If I was sitting in my lounge and looked out the window and seen John Clements walking up the street with his beanie and scarf on, I'd be locking the doors, putting the chains on and hiding the kids. Fair dinkum. All he needed was a crowbar in his hand.
He hasn't rang me this time.
Has he?
Because I was ignoring his calls.
Anyway, Clemo's all right.
But I accidentally ran into Roger the other day. What are you, where are we going? I said, right, no footy talk.
2-hour discussion?
Yeah, no footy talk. That was before Arizona Dreaming.
That's all good. No, they love it, don't they? They love it. Some people just love it.
They're very quiet when
all these Collingwood blokes, they're all trying to keep a lid on it. They're all trying.
Yeah, that's too hard. It's too hard.
You can see them trying to break out.
Well, they got Port Power tomorrow night. Oh, is it tomorrow? Or tomorrow night. And then Carlton the week after. So there's going to be one mob down in the dumps.
Wow.
It's probably Carlton.
Wow. Are you going?
No.
No?
To the Carlton Collingwood?
Yeah.
Well, we got members' tickets.
You should be going, mate.
Depends what
it is. Be a great atmosphere.
Oh, it's a Friday night.
No, you need to go because we need a few humans there.
It's too. Look, come home with your tail between your legs.
You got to go. We need a few humans.
Better at home, annoying everyone, yelling, screaming at the TV.
In front of the heater.
Yeah, in front of the heater.
All right.
So
apart from that, a few went into pre-training.
Yes, Hasseltoff.
Early this week or
last Friday.
Last Friday, yep.
Navy girl, might even mention it. Hasseltoff and Fraziani.
Yep.
The ones at the bracket pre-trainers who are just skitting around.
Yeah, Tyler's got 4 there.
Seen Tyler there yesterday, actually. You might have had him there, I didn't ask.
Yeah, I don't know, he's got those 2, he's breaking in those 2 overseas horses, the Japanese filly Rulership filly and the Camelot Colt, so he's breaking them in at the minute.
Yep.
And then he's doing a bit of work on the Autumn Sun and the Russian Revolution.
Right.
So that's all good, so we've got plenty going on.
I got a text message last week from a happy punter.
Did you?
The back Prushka's thing. What a circus that was. The one that eccentric nature, the one at Matoa.
Who was that punter?
I don't know, because I've had my phone.
If you're winning, throw us a phone.
I was meant to say, sorry, who am I speaking to? I've lost all my contacts. And I didn't. I just said, I reckon within 10 seconds of the horse winning. Thanks for the tip.
Well, I got asked by a well-known celebrity owner of ATB.
Celebrity owner?
He might have a birthday on this Sunday.
Oh, righto.
What's your best for the day? I said, look, I don't know, but you're right over there, mate. I just said, look, Pruska's got a 2-year-old in the first of Matoa. Says it's probably one of the better horses he's had. Back it. He writes back, ha, $1.70, don't think so? Went up one and paid $3.10. I text back, $3.10, thanks very much. And he goes, oh shit.
Well, what happened? I feel for the people that backed it on Friday night because I think and I never seen it, but it opened 4s, was quickly into 280, and the thing of, I think it was Shane Nichols had a horse that ran second at Flemington, which helped the odds. And it was 220, 280. Well, looks like the 2-horse race. You take the 2, nearly 2 to 1 in a 2-horse race. And then it was scratched. And of course, Saturday morning it was into $1.70, and I'm thinking,
they must have backed something else late.
They did. Thing of Danny Williams, I think.
Yeah.
14's in the threes.
Jesus.
So
didn't he talk to Paul? Did it run second?
No, it didn't run place.
Ooh.
And Paul sat in the 1-1 and just...
Oh, it was green.
Was green, wasn't it?
And what about the other thing on the inside? Was that McAvoy's? Was green, had its head sideways? Did you watch it?
I did see it. I only watched the one horse.
The one on the inside, it was fair dinkum, like doing a hook turn.
Yeah. But anyway...
But she rode it good, Christine.
Christine just sat off the pace.
I'm probably starting to agree with you. She's a better rider than Dean.
Yeah.
More balanced.
Dean was at Matawa trials, punching her around.
Got a bit quiet, yeah.
I must grab the vision. There was one there. Was this yelling at the 200? Oh well, I wouldn't call it yelling. I would call it hysteria, swearing and carried on. It was Yendel telling everyone to get out of the effing road. And it's like on a trial model where it's quiet, it stands out.
Yeah.
I must. Well, I can't play it.
No, you can't play it.
No,
Beep,
go back
beep,
and listen
beep.
to it. Little angry man.
Oh, yeah, that was...
Tell me a story about that step party. The day offer for that was ridiculous in the end.
I heard 1.6.
Well, I heard well beyond 2 million.
Really?
Well, Dean told me well beyond 2 million.
Yeah, you don't know whether that's true or not.
Dean was going, well, I wish they'd sell it. And I get 2.5%. You put me hand in for 2.5.
Surely. Detonator Jack, what's happening?
Yeah, he tried well at St Arnaud. Speaking to Dave, he said he probably was not. I don't know how he worded it, but like we weren't ready for that type of trial. Like he's such a good horse, I suppose they just want to do it.
Yeah.
Just want to hold him up a bit. Thought he was just not. I wouldn't say the word flat, but. Change is as good as a holiday, so he's going down the beach.
Yep.
Just to sort of reinvigorate the mind.
So he'll probably end up trialling a Cranbourne.
Oh, I would think and it's probably a good way to get him to those official trials. And tracks out in the bush aren't decent, but you'll get on something okay.
Steinen trial on Monday at Cranbourne.
Yeah, she's come along good. So.
So she's on track for the Empire Rose, and if she doesn't win that, she'll go back to Perth for that Group 1.
Yeah, well. You know, she raced well over there.
Yep.
The Empire Rose, that gives her a crack at the
big
Group
time.
1. Yeah, in the big time. So exciting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't ask Dave, but you know, obviously there's a lot of discussion of Detonator Jack and what's his best trip and all that. But yeah, all those learnings will come too.
Yeah, I think you know, there's a point of view that the stable think he's a mile, and there's a point of view that others think he's further. But I think the horse will end up telling us.
Yeah.
There's no use worrying about it. I think we'll get to a point where it's obvious that he needs more ground. I think that's my view.
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
Yep.
All right.
I haven't got much more, though there was one more trialer that I noticed, but it's running today.
It's in today, guys.
Yeah, and there's a few, but they're not.
Useless.
Yeah, look, it's only $3. Field of Flutes, race 6, number 2 at Donald.
Field of Flutes. How do I know that horse?
It was the horse that trialled down the straight with not Nature Strip. The thing that went to Ascot.
Yeah, that's
Coolangatta and all that. Remember, she actually won the trial.
Yeah, beat it. Yeah.
So they put it out for a little break.
Yeah, I know that horse. Pretty smart.
And the young girl Sarah Fields she'd been knocked back from the Jockey Academy. Well, the third time she got in, so twice she got knocked back.
Same as Craig Williams.
Yeah, well, he was the same, was he?
Yeah, he was knocked back 3 times.
Yeah.
He had to lose weight.
Right, well,
you wouldn't think looking at him.
Well, no, I mean, Sarah's wouldn't have been weight with her, but
no, just balance maybe.
Yeah, but anyway, her first ride, claiming 4.
Now I'll tell you what.
Jump the lead, just keep going. $3 collected.
Get on. I went to where did I go last Saturday? I went to Flemington. Didn't have a runner.
Yep.
But we had a day out with Inglis.
Yep.
And obviously we just had something on the Paul Pruska horse at 3:10 that got up at Matawa.
Oh, yes, that was a good start. You met a lot of mates early in the day.
Then I had a little sneaky on Delicious Tycoon, which was the horse we sold at the Gold Coast Sales a few years ago.
Yep.
And it saluted at $20. Then I listened to Britt Hussey from Inglis and I went, ba-ba, ba-ba. So I sacked her.
Oh, no good. No good.
And then I had my bet of the day in the last. A horse I've got a lot of time for, and as soon as it got gelded and it was coming back first up, I thought this is for me. $5 into 280, And never looked like getting beat. Najim Sahel.
Oh, I'm thinking of Robbie
Griffiths and De Cox.
Speed machine.
I tell you now, if you're listening, write down the name or black book that horse. I guarantee you, it'll win its next 2 starts, and don't be surprised if it goes on and wins a stakes race.
I was going to say it'll win a group race somewhere along
I think he's got in a benchmark race in a fortnight. It'll probably be short.
Yep.
There's no way known it's going to get beat. They can't run the time. It reminds me a lot of Serious Suspect, only it's probably better.
Yep.
Since he's been gelded, he's a hard horse to ride, but he sits up box seats, and he can quicken off a quick tempo, and he can really let down and run time. They can't beat him.
Listen to Robbie Earl. It might have been before that run. Said his horse did a lot of travelling, but not a lot of racing.
No, he's a 5-year-old had 9 starts.
Yeah, so he said now that he's had a prep.
Because he had to quarantine that. You lose 6 or 9 months. But gee, that was impressive. I got 550. I couldn't believe it. 550, and I thought, oh well, he's going to start 390. That's all right. When it went over the line, 280.
Smashed him. We had a good day.
Yeah, I could put petrol in the car on the way home and not have to do a drive off.
Sounds like you could have got an Uber home.
Anyway, it was quite a funny thing for me, going to the races without having a runner.
Yeah, well, that would be strange.
Yeah, it was quite weird because we never do that because we go to the races so much. But
well, if you have one runner, that soaks up a good hour and a half or 2 hours
plus
of the
you're
day,
looking at your clock and you're doing free races.
You go and have a look down at the tie-ups, then you got the mountain yard stuff, then the post race, and an hour and a half, 2 hours go, and that's half a meet.
Yeah, no, we had a great day.
And you actually miss races, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You don't take much notice.
You miss the 2 races before, and you basically miss a race or 2 after. So
yeah, so no, it was quite a pleasant day. Quite enjoyed it. And being Flemington, it's just an hour for us. So it was
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, going tomorrow.
A few owners go.
Oh, I'd say that everyone that can get there will be there.
Because they've been in the.
Because I think we've all
bred right through.
I don't think anyone really expected this horse to be up and going now. I thought, and plus going to Caulfield and second favourite. Yeah. So I don't know if we're going there thinking it can win, but if Moody's horse has been heavily backed, Molly Nickers or something. Yeah. I'd like to know the story behind the name of that horse, but I'm gonna if there's a Molly there somewhere.
In the ownership group.
Anyway, look, good luck to the owners. Yeah. We've owned that mare. I think I looked it up the other day. We bought her as a yearling 14, 15 years ago.
I remember.
And we thought we could win an Oaks, and she got hurt.
Did she win a race?
Yeah.
First or second?
Warwickville, smashed her.
And then I remember going to Warrnambool. She hurt herself. I think it was a while. Yeah. That was about the first time I think
started following it.
I do remember
she
the
produced
story.
that Think Babe that was pretty smart. Yeah. Went in the wind in the end.
Well, there was one that showed a bit first up.
Yeah.
And then
she's been a very difficult breeder. Very difficult breeder. I think she's only had the three foals. We had a bit of bad luck with her.
Yep.
One foal bloody killed herself in the paddock. It was a full brother to this thing. But it was real big. Well, this one's not massive like it. But anyway, that's part of the game.
A long way to recouping all costs to now.
So basically, for the next 24 hours, I'm just going to be refreshing race 4 to see what the odds are. Now, I'm not going to fall into this early market crap because I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Because you get one scratching and they halve the price.
Well, that's like that.
The deductions are stupid.
Like the Pruska thing, they would have took.
I reckon Moody's will start odds on, and we'll get $5. So I'm just going to wait till tomorrow.
Well, they say
I've got a little bit in my phone account after last week. I haven't wasted it this week.
So you filled up the car and left some in the account. A lot of the big betting happens like in the morning tomorrow when they're revised. Odds go up after the scratching and is it those syndicates or whatever? When they like them, they just go bang.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but I think on the morning they take bigger bets.
Yeah.
But, I think what'll happen, Moody's will shorten up.
Yeah.
And the ours will drift and then ours will firm late. For people looking for value.
Yeah. And I think early in the day, people look for on speed, like at Caulfield. You know, we're probably going to be a horse that'll be midfield-ish, I would say.
So, we'll shoot along there tomorrow and have a look. It's totally unexpected. And to be honest, I just want to see the horse.
Yeah.
Because it's ages since he went.
Well, I know.
Because he went to pre-training and then he went to Beggs.
Yeah.
So I don't know when I saw him last. I don't know when he left. Probably, where are we now? July. So he probably left in February, March. So I remember the 5 Dandinos all went together on the track. to the pre-trainers.
Yep.
They all went to their all trainers, and the other 4 came home within about a month.
They're all experienced in the
They're all nearly ready to go back in.
And he's come to the stage where
they're
he
all
raced.
bouncing. I fed them this morning, and those fillies are off their heads. Like they're just feeling so good.
Yep.
But my old mate at Rosehill Park, he's a bit busy.
This would be a good little tick box for Dan Dino if we can get a 2-year-old.
Well, I did text Christoph at Bombora where he stands, and he's got fingers crossed.
Yeah, no, it'd be great.
All right, guys, we have a great weekend, and tune in to Caulfield Race 4 tomorrow and cheer those fluoro colours home because we need it.
Good luck, guys.
All the best.